What's poppin'? It's the GOAT and make real money as a track athlete. I've seen different things this week, from memes to quote unquote professional track and field athletes posting. And every time I see a person in track post about pay in track, it's always something negative. It's never nothing positive. And I really got this idea to make this video after I seen this one meme on TikTok.
How the fuck I ain't out here how I do that? Fuck niggas shoot in the sky, who you shoot at? Cat like you hit for the fire, you ain't do that. Nigga, why me hit for the fire, why me do that? Put me on the screen 7 times, shouldn't do that. I ain't got no money, I spread, I got blue rat. Lil Twin told me he gon' shoot me, recruit that. Clip the link, IP snatcher, why you do that? Fuck boy, hat my SoundCloud, why you do that? Take your money and now you can't get your food back. Nigga tryna act fake, like he was a cool.
Pretty much insinuating that you can run the fastest time in the world, and after that, you still gonna have to go clock into somebody's job because you're gonna be a broke bum that's not getting no money. Everybody know in track and field, only the 1% gets paid real livable money. It don't matter how fast you run, how many races you win, you're going to be a bum. And I see people all the time say track athletes should make more money. Why should they? They're in control of their own destiny, and they choose to make the money that they're making. So therefore, they should make exactly what they get, nothing. The race I just showed on the screen is Kyrie King winning the 200 8 months ago. He posted this picture yesterday. He ran his track meet. They paid him $1,000 in the appearance fee, and then they paid him $1,000 for winning the meet. So in total, he flew across the world, won $2,000, and after fees and taxes, he pocketed $1,400, in which he didn't even receive until 8 months later. And the caption on the post was, "It gotta stop. 8 months for 2 bands, not weeks, but 8 flipping months." In my opinion, it's crazy. Because you mean to tell me that you go train to put your body in this shape and spend this much time at the track 3-4 hours a day, lifting weights every day, you 10 months a year training for track, and you showing up the meets? Mind you, been running on a circuit for 7 years and only getting $1,000 to show up. And not just that, for first place, $1,000. What the hell do people get for third place? $200? And after fees, you're going to get like $62. This is insane. Then I proceeded to post this after I seen that. From a video that I posted last week, I literally made $1,000 off one video on TikTok. You mean to tell me that I have to be professional for 7 years, show up to a track meet just to make this $1,000? Like, it took me 7 years to make $1,000 when I can literally lay in bed like I was doing on that video, just talk for a minute and make that same 1,000 and not have to travel across the world. And then let alone go out there and have to beat everybody else and win a race for another 1,000 that I'm only going to get $400 of. And not just that, like, I made $2,000 this month alone just laying in bed talking. And that's just on TikTok. And it's because I understand something that the majority of people who run track past college just simply don't get. As a post-collegiate track and field athlete, that you're a freelancer. A freelancer is an independent contractor who earns wages on per job or per task basis, typically for short-term work. And the benefits of freelancing includes the freedom to work from home or from a non-traditional workspace, a flexible work schedule, and a better work-life balance. This is what you are as a track runner. You control how much you make because you control how much work you put in. And a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to just go become the best in the world and I'm going to get paid that way. This is a sport to where we have to know who you are for you to get some real bread, especially if you're not in the 1%. You could be one of the most rolled people on earth running post-collegiate track. See, I can't even call it pro track because track doesn't exist professionally. But if your name is big, which you control, you're in the driver's seat of how much money you make. I hear people say all the time, oh, track runners should be paid more. As a track runner, you literally dictate how much you get paid. It's like the WWE. You work for this company and they can market you if they want to, but the majority of the time they aren't going to, because it's in no benefit for them. It's in all the benefit for you. They giving you the platform. They put you on TV. What do you do with it? And the majority of people in track, they do nothing with it. But let me tell you what you should do with it. Or let me tell you what I did with it. As a track runner, you have to stop viewing yourself as a professional athlete because you aren't that. You're an amateur athlete competing for prize money, and consider the Olympic Games as you on a game show competing for the ultimate prize at the end. You spend hours and thousands of dollars training for it just for a chance to be there and just for a chance to win. Very, 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 very slim chance. And majority of the time, it doesn't make sense financially, but you still do it anyways. But let me tell you, for a person running track, even a person who would never qualify for Olympic Games or never qualify for World Championships, you can still be richer than everybody competing, because the people in track who are the richest or who are making the most money, they aren't the people running. They're the people who making you run for free. And like they say, there's a great quote by Confucius: he who controls images controls minds. And when you're in the forefront in front of people, whether they put you in front of people or whether you put yourself in front of people, if you can control the image, aka the media, you can control the mind of the masses. When I got on the internet, that's when I started making real money, because that's when I started controlling the mind of people who runs track. Because before me, a lot of people were very naive. They thought, oh, I'm going to go become a professional track runner, make all of this money. Nobody in track is dope and blah, blah, blah. Then boom, that's when reality kicked in. My greatest advice to everybody running who wants to make money, because if you showing up to track meets making $2,000, $3,000 flying across the world, that you're in the negatives, because you spent more than that just to get there. So you just praying to break even, when you can be at home just talking about all the experiences you had in track and make way more. My greatest advice to every runner, from the high school level to the collegiate level to the post-collegiate level, and I see it happening a lot right now: get on the internet, control images so you can control minds. He who controls minds controls his financial destiny. The higher up in track and field, they have y'all running all of these track meets for free because they're controlling this image that if you come run all of these meets for free, you have the chance of winning an Olympic medal when you don't. Consider yourself a social media content creator who runs on the side. Because just think about it. You put all of this time and effort into training. You spend all of this money on doctors and doping and staying healthy and things of that nature, when you receive very, very, very little in return. And when you do receive it in return, they pay you when they want to pay you. Kyrie King won a meet. He only got $2,000. But even then, they took 8 months to give him his $2,000. What job does that happen on? No job. Track and field isn't a job. You're your own CEO. You pay yourself. You control how much you want to work and how much you get paid. Great advice I have for people competing post-collegiately, especially people who aren't contenders of winning Olympic medals and things of that nature. Stop spending so much time and effort into training and doping and all of this for something that'll never happen, and spend majority of that time into marketing yourself. Because the biggest complaint I hear is, yeah, track, they don't market us well, blah, blah, blah. It's not about them marketing you when you have the opportunity to pick up your phone and be in front of millions of people every single day. That same effort that you spend in running for free, spend that same effort into building your own personal brand. It's that simple. Because people go so hard when they get on jobs and working for other people. Why don't the majority of people, especially in track, go that hard when it comes for working for themselves? You're your own boss, but somehow you treat yourself like an employee and a worker. It's not a hard concept to grasp. I remember the day I seen Matthew Boland post that he is no longer going to Georgia and he's competing professionally, whatever that means. I literally told him that day, start a YouTube channel. That's where the real money is. You will make more money online than you will make from winning an Olympic gold medal. I cleared over $90,000 last year online alone, just from talking. Hell, I was hating on the other athletes that was out there running. That's why I made a song called Stepsons where I said I started hating and everybody hating can make a video and make anybody famous. They say get in my heat. Do I look like Noah Lyles? I made 50 racks from talking. I ain't doing no racing. Why the hell would I go race you? And I see people saying it all the time. Oh, you don't like Noah Lyles. Why don't you go race Noah Lyles? I can make $50,000 from talking about Noah Lyles. Not even leaving my house. Do you know what Noah Lyles have to do to make $50,000? You know that you only win $37,000 for winning an Olympic gold medal and Noah Lyles only have an Olympic bronze medal? Go race for what? And that's the mindset of these track runners. They too focused on racing and trying to be the best. When you retire, we don't give a damn that you was the best. We trying to see who can actually survive after they done. And 99% of the people running cannot survive after they're done. I see runners out there running and training super hard, talking about they working at Walmart on the side and working at Kroger on the side. If you was spending that same time building your personal brand, building your name, because you're an entrepreneur, you're your own boss, you're running your company, you are the company, and market yourself, you wouldn't have to work at Walmart. You wouldn't even have to run track. Because like I say often, the richest people in track aren't the people running. It's the people who's on the media side, controlling images, making you believe whatever they want you to believe. But yeah, like if you want to make money in track, you have to approach it like you're the freelancer that you are. Because if you keep going out there with the mindset that you're a professional athlete, in which you aren't, because you have no league paying you, you compete for prize money at some meets, and the majority of the meets you're running for free. You could be running post-collegiate for 10 years and only be getting a $1,000 appearance fee because your name isn't big. I don't care how fast you are. If you have a big name in which you control, you can make a whole lot of money at the track and off the track. That's why I get paid more than a lot of these people y'all look up to. And I ain't ran nothing but 10-2 in 100, 20.7 in the 200, and 45.8 in the 400, and have no aspirations of competing post-collegiately. But do as you please with that information. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below in the comments. If there's any video you want to see me make, comment that down below in the comments as well. Until next time,